hate theater. I mean, it's so disappointing, isn't it? You know what I do when I'm sitting in a darkened theater waiting for the show to begin? I pray. Oh, dear God, please let it be a good show. And please, Lord, let it be short. 2 hours is fine, 3 is too much. And please, God, keep the actors out of the audience. I did not pay good money to have the fourth wall come crashing down around my ears. I just want to show a few good songs that'll take me away. I mean, isn't that the point? Amen. You know, it used to be sitting there in the dark, you thought to yourself, what have George and Ira Gershwin got for us tonight? Or can Cole Porter pull it off again? Now it's, please, Elton John, must we continue the charade? Now, it used to be when you sat there in the dark and you were looking at the curtain, you thought to yourself, you knew that when the show began, you would be taken away to a world of glitz and music and glamour. And you thought to yourself, my God, when are they going to bring up the lights? Oh, how things have changed. Hello, how are we today? Oh, I'm feeling a little blue myself. You know, a little a little anxious for no particular reason. A little sad that I should feel anxious at this particular age. You know, a little self-conscious anxiety resulting in non-specific sadness, a state that I call blue. Anyway, whenever I'm feeling this way, I like to listen to my music. So I was going through my records this morning. Yes, records. And I was about to put on the soundtrack recording of Meredith Wilson's
She was leaving, and then she's like, oh, somebody's closed.
But then I thought, no, let's have a treat. Let's disappear for a while to the decadent world of the 1920s, when the champagne flowed while the caviar chilled, and all the world was a party. Well, for the wealthy, anyway. So I dug about, and what did I find? But one of my favorite shows, Gable and Stein's The Drowsy Chaperone. You remember? Music by Susie Gable, lyrics by Sidney Stein? I mean, it's a 2-record set, remastered from the original recording made in 1928. It's the full cast, including Beatrice Stockwell as the chaperone. And isn't she elegant? And this was a full 15 years before she became Dame Beatrice Stockwell. Let me read to you what it says on the back. It says, mix-ups, mayhem, and a gay wedding. Well, of course, gay wedding has a different meaning nowadays, but back then it just meant fun. And that's exactly what the show is. Fun. So, will you indulge me? Will you let me play the record for you now? Oh, I was hoping you would say yes. Oh, you hear that stab? To me, it's the sound of a time machine starting up. All right, now let's visualize. Imagine with, if you will, it's November 1928. You've just arrived at the doors of the Morosco Theater in New York. It's very cold. Remember when it used to be cold in November? Not anymore. November is the new August now. It's global warming. We're all doomed. Anyway, it's very cold and a heavy gray sleet is falling from the sky. But you don't care because you're going to see a Broadway show. Listen! Oh, isn't this wonderful? You know, it helps if you close your eyes. Overtures. Overtures are out of style now. I miss them. It's the show's way of welcoming you. Hello. Welcome. The meal will be served shortly. But in the meantime, would you like an appetizer? And that's exactly what a musical is. And that's exactly what an overture is. A musical appetizer. A poo-poo platter of tunes, if you will. something new. I wonder what it could be. Oh, it sounds like a dance. Kind of brawling. Maybe involving pirates? Oh, don't worry. There are no pirates. Alright, now here it is. The moment where the music starts to build and you know you're only seconds away from being transported. Oh, the curtain is going up! I can't wait!
Underling?
Yes, madam.
How do I look?
You look radiant. You're stunning.
Oh, I do love this dress so. It never goes out of style.
It's a miracle, madam.
My dress, my fancy dress. I don't know why I'm wearing it, I must confess. My dress, I love my dress. Would someone tell me why I put it on?
Yes, yes. Your dress, your fancy dress. 'Twas such a pleasure airing it, restitching and repairing it. God bless your dress. It's one fine dress, and I will tell you why you put it on. Wedding bells will ring, wedding bells will chime. Madam, you're the hostess, and it's happy wedding time. Wedding bells will ding, wedding bells will dawn. Wedding bells will ding, and we will ding along.
Your dress, your fancy dress. We're very, very glad you put it on.
Wedding guests have come,
Wedding guests are here. Wedding guests are at the door, and soon they will appear.
I'm Robert, the bridegroom. I'm here to marry Janet, that star of Celtic's follies, whom I love a lot. I'm George, that's George, the best man, George. I'm honored to be doing what a best man ought.
Ah, Mrs. Tottenville. Now don't worry, I've got this whole wedding figured out. She's organization, see? Each string represents a task yet to be completed. Pay the musicians, yell at the florist, book the minister. This whole wedding's gonna run like clockwork.
Oh, is there going to be a wedding?
I'm Belzig, producer. I lost my leading lady. I've gotta stop this wedding or I'm not for squat.
I'm kidding, just kidding. I can't admit that I'm saying I'll be a leading lady if I get my shot.
We're pastry chefs, we're pastry chefs. We cross our hearts, we're pastry chefs. No bakery, a bakery is what we got. Adolfo, my name it is Adolfo. I am the king of romance, so kiss a lot.
You are the king of romance, so you kiss a lot. Wedding bells will ring, wedding bells will chime. Wedding bells will celebrate a happy wedding time. Someone hasn't come, someone isn't here. Where is Jenny Van Drive, and when will she appear?
the Drowsy Chaperone.
Wedding bells will ring, wedding bells will chime, wedding bells will celebrate a happy wedding time. Wedding bells will ding, wedding bells will dong, wedding bells will ding-a-ling, and we will ding along.
Wasn't that wonderful? And we will ding along. You know, I have no idea what that means. All right, then. I'll lead you through this record as best as I can. Don't worry, it won't be too hard to follow. So we begin with a welcome from the love-struck group.
Well, I just wanted to thank you all for coming. Say, I must be some lucky fellow. Why, who would have thought that I, Robert Martin, would be marrying a glamorous showgirl, and that glamorous showgirl will be willing up to give up a successful career for me, Robert Martin. Now, if it weren't for prohibition, I'd say let's raise a glass.
Here.
To Miss Janet Vandegraff, the most beautiful girl in this world.
Absolutely not.
Excuse me.
The groom mustn't see the bride on the day of the wedding. It's bad luck.
Now, I hope you heard that, because that's the plot. Well, basically. Hang on for the ride.
Breakfast will be served in the Arabian room.
Say, it's a little early today to be drinking, isn't it?
I don't understand the question.
Look, you keep Janet away from Robert. You understand? You're the chaperone. That's your only job.
Aye, mon capitaine. Oh, Robert, who's my little monkey?
I'm your little monkey.
And so the bride and groom are whisked away, and we turn our attention to the B plot, which involves the producer.
Mr. Feltzig.
Getting married and leaving show business?
Mr. Feltzig.
Doesn't she know I got obligations?
Mr. Feltzig, I can be a leading lady. You said it yourself. I'm useless in the chorus.
Kitty! For the last time, you ain't got what it takes.
But I've been taking lessons. Singing, acting, ballet.
Ballet?
Yeah, I'm good too. Last week I auditioned for Swanee Lake.
A little annotation here. Kitty and Feltzig were a couple in real life. Jack and Sadie Adam. Now this is a familiar comic concept. A stupid woman and her long-suffering companion. Although she appears stupid at first, but then she does something later on that makes us all wonder if it's all just an act. The funny thing here is that Kitty was actually stupid in real life. Jack had to explain all the jokes to her, apparently. But despite that, she had a wonderful career on the stage. Remember, the stage was the only place where a stupid person could be successful. This was before television.
Kitty, I don't have time for this.
A penny for, Mr. Feltzig.
Not now.
Perhaps a nice bit of roller.
Boys, I'm not hungry.
Yeah, well, perhaps we can give you something else to chew on. Yeah, something that ain't food.
What?
Your confusion is to be expected. Although we stand here before you in the guise of innocent pastry chefs, we are also, and primarily, employees of a certain individual.
A certain individual.
A certain individual who happens to be the largest single investor in Feltzig Falls. He has sent us here, as pastry chefs, to express his concerns about Miss Vandegraff's impending nuptials. Specifically, that if she gets married and leaves the show, then there ain't no show.
Say, don't I know you?
No, you don't.
You ever spent any time in Toledo?
You ever spent any time in a coma?
No. But I have a cousin in Seattle.
Kitty? Boys, you tell your boss this wedding is never going to happen. You have my word.
Oh, we'll take your word all right. But to go back on your word would be a recipe for disaster. Now we hope we have made ourselves perfectly eclair. One can only hope. You got to be kidding me. A trifle much. Don't taunt with me.
All right, you can drop the pastry chef routine.
Alas, we
Cannot!
Where are the lamb?
Lamb's an entree, you macaroon!
The gangsters were played by interchangeable vaudeville duo, the Tall Brothers, John and Peter Tall, originally born Abram and Mendel Mislaskovich. They were later renamed at Ellis Island by a sarcastic immigration official. The two were a classic example of the early Broadway gangster, full of stylized movement and fancy wordplay. Not very intimidating, unless you find dancers intimidating, which I do, but for reasons which would not be appropriate to this situation.
We'll leave the matter in your hands, Mr. Feltzig. In the meantime, browse something from the dessert carousel.
Try the Toledo surprise. It's to die for.
Holy cats, Mr. Felton! They're gangsters.
Very perceptive. Now go. How do your feelings? I've got to stop this wedding, but how? Oh, Lord in heaven, how? How?
You know, I always felt that moment was a little overplayed. Well, with the plot well on its way, let's go to the groom's room.
Hey there, handsome. Show me those pearly whites.
The groom was played by the dashing Percy Hyman. He started out as the Albright toothpaste man. His beautiful smile adorned every tube. Albright was widely popular in the 1920s because it contained cocaine. Well, it's true. If you look on the tube, it's the fifth ingredient down, right under sugar. Anyway, it wasn't long before it became a huge matinee item.
Now don't you worry, it's perfectly normal for a groom to be nervous on his wedding day. It is? Of course!
Now, some people say Percy Hyman was a bad actor. But to those people, I gladly say, shut up.
Hey there, Mr. Mirror Man. Shaking and quaking. Trembling like them pretty cats do. Something baby bothering you. Cold feet, brother, you got cold feet. You can make them cold feet hot with a little young feet. Cold feet, maybe a good cold feet. Rather make them cold feet trot down the aisle. Rusty arches, they can learn to swing. And icy toes can jive. Welding marches played in a ragtime swing. Make rigid souls come alive and take that dial. Cold feet, small feet, turn them into bold feet. Rather make them cold feet hot.
Is that so? Well, why don't you just slide back into your mud hole, you backstabbing worm?
Great, now I've got to find a new minister. Say, what are you up to?
I'm singing a song in old Negro tongue. A Dixie remedy filled with wedding ring jitters.
You think you've got jitters? You've got the easy part. I've still got to get rice, boutonnieres, and a minister.
Or it sounds like you've got cold feet.
What do I got?
Cold feet!
What do I want?
Bold feet!
What do I do? Do I scold feet?
pizza. Mexico pizza. Mexico pizza.
I love Percy Hyman. I like to think of him panting and sweating after a long dance routine. He's still alive to me. I saw him on the news the other day, celebrating his 100th birthday. To say the years had taken their toll on Percy Hyman would be a grotesque understatement. They wheeled him out, and he had that wide-eyed expression of pain on his face that God reserves for the very, very old on their birthdays. Oh, you know, the look that says, "Who are you? Who am I? Why is this cake on fire?" And
All right. That's enough of that. Dancing around like a fool.
Sorry, George. It's my wedding day, and I'm just trying to calm my nerves.
Well, you could have snapped an ankle. Tap dancing's too dangerous. Why don't you go for a skate instead? That's what I want to do when I want to calm my nerves.
George, what would I do without you?
Wait, what was I thinking? No, you can't go out like that, my friend. You might see Janet. Here, take this blindfold.
George, you think of everything.
Just looking out for you, my boy. And no more tap dancing.
And so the scene shifts, and we find the bride, the glamorous Janet Vandergraff, entertaining questions from reporters as she lounges by the pool.
Mrs. Vandergraff, is it true that you gave up your career to marry a man that you don't even know?
Yes, Robert and I met at the bibliothèque of the Isle de France. He amused me with stories of his father's revolt. We spooned briefly, and then he proposed.
So you won't be ever returning to the stage?
I shan't.
You shan't.
I shan't. Could we quote you on that? Of course, we'll request it. Yes.
Why in the world would anyone put olives in a goose?
I got a question. How can you give up the footlights when you know very well you got grease paint in your veins?
Just please.
Oh, Janet, I'm begging you, dump the mug. Stay with the follies. I'll give you anything you want. I'll... Oh, fine. I'll put your name above mine on the marquee.
Oh, Victor, if you think this is about vanity, you couldn't be more wrong.
I don't wanna wear this no more. Play the saucy Swiss Miss no more. Below my signature
Janet, please.
Don't try to control me. I made up my mind, and that's it. I quit. I'm leaving it all behind. I don't wanna be cute no more. Make the gentleman boots no more.
Hey, baby.
I don't wanna wear fruit no more. I don't wanna show off.
She don't wanna show off no more. Read her name in the news no more. Get the glowing reviews no more.
I don't wanna show off.
She don't wanna show off.
I don't wanna show off.
She don't wanna show off no more. Off no more.
Not me. Wait. Please no more attention. I have to 10. And I'm through.
Farewell,
You.
big swell.
You'll never see this.
Farewell, big swell.
You'll never see this. Never see this. Never see that. Never see these again. I don't wanna change keys no more. I don't wanna strip tease no more. I don't wanna say cheese no more. I don't care if you scoff. I don't wanna be chilled no more. Run no more. Grab no more. Touch no more. Love no more. I don't wanna show off.
She don't wanna show off.
I don't wanna show off.
She don't wanna show off.
I don't wanna show off.
She don't wanna show off.
I don't wanna show
Did I miss something?
Mr. Feltzing, it is painfully obvious that Miss Vandergraaf does not want to continue life on the stage. Can't you see it's killing her soul?
Don't worry, boys, this isn't over yet.
Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't do an encore.
I don't wanna encore no more. People shout for more, no more. Disappear through the floor, no more. I don't wanna show off.
That was Jane Roberts as the bride. She was the Oops girl, remember? Oh, surely you remember. Oops girl. Well, don't any of you people read? She was billed as the woman whose sexual energy was so great that she caused the men around her to have accidents, spilling their drinks, crashing their cars into trees, and whenever she caused an accident, she would always go, "Oops." Well, I'm not doing it justice, but they ain't all. She made a whole series of films. Oops, Oops Girl Come Home, and Oops Girl at Sea, which won an Oscar for special effects.
Okay, so begging and groveling didn't work. On to plan B. And for that, I'm going to need an accomplice. Someone gullible. With loose morals. I need, what do you call it? It's on the tip of my, a European.
In walks Aldolfo, self-proclaimed ladies' man. Aldolfo was played by former silent film star and world-class alcoholic Roman Bartelli. Oh, he was the one who later drank himself to death in the chateau in Nice. It was 5 days before they found the body, and by that time it had been partially consumed by his poodles. Well, he was only partially consumed.
Excuse me, I don't believe we've met.
I am a dad.
You are Rodolfo?
Yes, I am a dadful.
Not the Rodolfo.
Yes, I am a dadful.
Funny. You don't look like a scoundrel.
Yes. What?
Why, just now, I overheard the groom saying Rodolfo is a scoundrel. Why, I just heard him say that.
Adolfo's a scoundrel?
Those very words.
Adolfo, the scoundrel?
It's like I'm hearing it again.
This is outrageous. He is saying this to people, to beautiful ladies for breasts, for making them laugh. Why I must? I must!
You must take matters into your own hands.
Yes, I must take on this groom and kill him.
Yes, no. Don't kill him. Just hurt him enough so he can't get married.
Show me to this groom.
Wait. What?
What kind of man is this groom? A big man?
Well,
A burly fellow?
I mean, he's big on the outside.
No. Adolfo will not fight big man. Small, pale, little, wheezy, dirty, Adolfo can. Hot, far away. But no big man.
So you're a lover, not a fighter.
Yes, Adolfo's long. Some say I'm the king of romance.
Well, you know what they say. The best way to get revenge on a man is through his
door.
No. The best way to get back at a man is through his
Window.
No. Revenge. Back at a man through his
There is no other way. I'm not Santa Claus coming down from the chimney.
through his woman.
His woman.
Yes, Adolfo, you must seduce his woman.
It's woman.
His bride.
Yes, Adolfo must make love to bride. Show me to this bride. Oh, wait.
What?
What kind of woman is this bride? A big woman?
No.
A burly woman?
She's the cat's pajamas.
Pajamas?
She's a looker, an attractive woman.
Show me to this cat in pajamas. Adolfo will make her burn. Like a cat in pajamas.
Open it.
Roman Artelli chewing the scenery. You just couldn't get away with a performance like that nowadays, could you? Mature, contemporary audiences are too sophisticated to enjoy broad racial stereotypes. So we banished them to Disney. Let the children sort it out.
Underlay.
Yes, madam?
The pastry chefs have been kind enough to provide the liquor for the party. But remember, Underlay, we have to be discreet.
Yes, madam?
It is prohibition, after all.
I'm aware of that, madam.
We'll have to use code words. For instance, if someone says that they want a glass of ice water, it actually means that they want a glass of vodka. Have you got that?
Yes, madam.
Are you sure? Maybe you should write it down.
I understand, madam. A glass of ice water is a glass of vodka.
What is a glass of ice water?
Vodka.
Ice water?
Vodka.
Ice?
Vodka.
Very good. That's settled then. One less thing to do. Underling, would you please fetch me a glass of ice water? I found our meeting with the pastry chefs rather trying and would enjoy a glass of refreshing ice water.
Yes, madam. Your ice water, madam.
That was pure vodka, you poop!
I hate this scene.
Now I do need a glass of ice water.
A glass of ice water, madam?
Yes, ice water. Are you going deaf?
Would that I were. Your ice water, madam.
That was pure vodka, you poop!
You can see where this is going, can't you? It's just a series of spit takes.
Your ice water, madam.
That was pure vodka, you poop!
Yes, in some ways, the Drowsy Chaperone was quite progressive. A Hispanic actress playing the aviatrix, for example.
Your ice water, madam.
That was pure vodka, you poop!
Yeah, some elements were quite progressive. Others were stale in 1928. You know what? I'm just gonna say.
That was... Where do you think you're going?
Find some lime juice, madam.
Lime juice? For heaven's sake, why?
I'm going to bring out my eyebrows and make myself a gimlet.
Now you're probably wondering, what was that routine doing in the show? Well, it's quite simple. There's a scene coming up and they needed to allow for the set change. It's mechanics, it's like pornography. Let me explain what I meant by that. In pornography, the story is simplistic. How do I pay for this pizza? Being the prime example. All I'm saying is, in a musical, the storyline is all just a way to connect the larger, more plot-line production numbers. What? Oh, well, what kind of a world do we live in where we can't discuss the similarities between pornography and musical theater?
In a few hours, I'm going to meet Mrs. Robert Martin. My head is spinning.
Yes, life is about a whirlwind.
Okay, now this is a very interesting scene, because this is practically the only time in the show when Jane Roberts and Beatrice Stockwell are alone together on stage. Now, Jane Roberts was an emerging star at the time, but Beatrice Stockwell was already well established and a force to contend.
So full of apprehension. But I suppose that's normal considering the circumstances. Have you ever been married, Chaperone?
No, I drink for pleasure, not out of necessity.
Your ice water, madam. I'm afraid we're fresh out of olives. woman, I prefer to be paid for my efforts.
You too. I know it seems crazy to marry a man I hardly know and give up a successful career to do it, but somehow, for some reason, when I look into his eyes, his big monkey eyes, I get all woozy. And that's love, isn't it?
Not necessarily. The wooziness could be caused by a number of things. I'm woozy right now, and I'm certainly not in love.
Now, Beatrice Stockwell was known for her rousing anthems. She entertained and inspired troops in every major world conflict, up to and including the Falklands War. Though by that time she was in her late 80s, and her anthems didn't so much as rouse as signify. Besides the fact, she demanded that a rousing anthem be included in every show she did, no matter how out of place it seemed. You just couldn't say no to her. Now that is star power.
Really, Chaperone, you're not being the least bit helpful. Couldn't you at least allay my fears with a few choice words of inspiration?
Inspiration? Really, dear, that's not my forte.
Yes, but if you...
As we stumble along on life's funny journey, as we stumble along into the blue, we look here and we look there, seeking answers anywhere, never sure of where to turn or what to do. Fumble our way through life's crazy array, barely knowing left from right nor right from wrong. And the best that we can do is hope a bluebird will sing his song as we stumble
That was quite nice, Chaperone, but I don't see how it pertains to my situation.
Let me explain. It's a dismal little world in which we live. It can bore you till you've nothing left to give. 7 overrated wonders, 7 underwhelming seas, 6 excruciating continents. Antarctica. Oh, please. Still you must sit, let it lick you. This planet oh so fair. Keep your eyeball on the highball in your hand. As we stumble along, God's life's crowded dance floor. As we push and we shove, we live and we learn. And when we finally leave the bar and we see that morning star, we pull our bootstraps up and homeward turn. Then we stumble away
concerns of others. You know, my mother was like that.
You're quite inspiring, chaperone. But so conflicted. Just tell me, is Robert the man for you?
My dear, that's something you'll have to decide for yourself.
I just don't know if he loves me.
Why don't you ask him? Why don't you say, Roger, do you love me?
It's Robert. And I'm not allowed to see him. In fact, it's your job to keep me away from him.
You're right. And I take the responsibility very, very seriously. However, in this moment, I'm feeling terribly, terribly drowsy. I'm afraid I'm going to have a lie down. Now, whatever you do, don't go out into the garden to seek out your fiancé to ask him the question on which your future happiness depends.
Thank you, chaperone. I just have to find out if he truly loves me.
Such a skinny little fool. Still, I envy her. When will love come crashing through my door?
La 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 la. Look who it is. It's Aldolfo. Come to seduce the bride.
I'm a dodgeful.
Try not to think of the poodles while you're listening to this.
I'm a dodgeful. And you are bride.
No, I'm not.
What? This is bright or sweet. And you're the only one here. Therefore, that makes you bright.
Interesting arguments. But I'm afraid that you're a moron.
What?
Me? No bride. Perhaps I could take a message.
Yes. Dear Vandergrap, I must make love to you and send you into a place of rest. Sooner is thy later son, a doubtful king of romance.
Well, you solved my little rouge. You found me out.
Ah, so you are bride.
Apparently, yes. Take me out, tall face.
No. Not a dad face. A dad fool. You must say the right name. But whenever we are making love and you are screaming, you must say it right. Or else it'll spoil everything. How can I make this remember? I'm sure that you have heard the name of Doubtful, a ladies' man who wins the claim at Doubtful. Well, lovely miss, I am the same at Doubtful. I introduce myself, I am at Doubtful.
Nice to meet you. Shall we?
Not so fast, so just in case you didn't hear at Doubtful, I'll try to make it very clear at Doubtful. The lovely ladies always cheer at Doubtful. When I repeat myself, I am not Doubtful.
Understood.
I can sing it high at Doubtful. I can sing it low at Doubtful. I can sing it very fast. I can sing it very slow. I do it now, but it would take hours. Now let's see if you can remember my name.
I'll give it a shot.
Who's the fellow that you see?
Aldolfo.
And how should you refer to me?
Aldolfo.
And who is it I'll always be?
Aldolfo.
Now say proudly.
You are Aldolfo.
because you are hard of hearing or something. I don't know. It goes.
That was my mother's favorite number. I always thought it was her fantasy to be swept off her feet by a Latin lover. And I mean a real Latin lover, not a buffoon. But isn't that what musicals are all about? Falling in love at the drop of a hat, spontaneous tangoing, suddenly finding yourself in an insanely romantic setting.
I'm an accident waiting to happen. La 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 la.
Robert the Ghost!
Sorry, madam. It's my wedding day, so I have to wear a blindfold.
A blindfold?
I'm sorry. Who am I speaking to anyhow?
Why, it's me! I mean, Mimi! Mimi! From France.
This scene couldn't be more ridiculous.
So, you are marrying Janet Vandergraaf, no?
Wait,
I hear she is very beautiful
wait.
and glamorous.
Wait.
Is it true that she has an exceptionally broad range of styles of playing both comedic and dramatic roles?
Say, I'm having trouble placing your accent. What part of France are you from?
Oh, the middle part, where they make the toast. So, you were telling me about your, how do you say it in English, fiancé?
That's right.
Well, tell me, when was the moment that you knew she was the only one for you?
It's a funny story, actually. We were standing on the Lido deck of the Isle of France.
Yes.
I was amusing her with stories of my father's oil interest.
And then what happened?
Then I looked into her eyes. Big, glamorous eyes. I felt all woozy.
And then you fell! And then you fell?
Yes. Right on my keister. And I said, well, I guess I don't have my sea legs yet.
But we haven't left the dock.
That's what she said. And that's when I knew it must be love.
And then you said?
Well, then I said, there was a time I could stop on the dime. Forbearance was one of my talents. But since you've been around, I can't hold my ground. I'm consistently losing my balance. I'm an accident waiting to happen. I'm a mishap about to ensue. I'm the toy on the stair, a three-legged chair, the hand that's been caught by a shoe. When my tooth was sick on
right.
Of catastrophe destined to be.
That's me. I'm the rags in the cellar.
A broken umbrella, a branch hanging loose from a tree. I can see myself jumping in combat for a man who lives dangerously. You're
I'm an accident waiting to happen.
so hurry and happen to me. Then what happened?
Then we kissed.
I'm an accident waiting to happen. So
Hurry and happen to Wait a minute. You kissed this strange French girl on your wedding day.
Oh no! What have I done? Wait! Well, it seems that the fake French accent and the blindfold have led to an unfortunate misunderstanding. Will it all work out in the end? Oh, of course it will. It's not real, it's a musical. In musicals, everything works out in the end. Real life? No. And the only people who burst out in song in real life are the hopelessly deranged.
Mr. Feltzig.
Where's that philandering foreigner?
Mr. Feltzig.
How long can it take to seduce one bride?
Mr. Feltzig, you don't need Janet no more.
Kitty, not now.
But I've been working on a new mind reading act. Presenting Kitty, the incomprehensible. Now think of something.
Oh, I'm thinking of something, all right.
I'm getting it. Pick up some milk, a loaf of rye bread, and don't forget to shave your legs.
You're reading your own mind, you idiot.
No wonder it was so easy.
Mr. Feltzig! It would seem the wedding is proceeding according to plan. Now, I believe it's time you earned your just desserts. What do you say, partner? Why don't we whip up something special for Mr. Feltzig? Agreed. How about the Toledo surprise? An inspired choice.
Toledo surprise. I never heard of that.
No, you haven't. Generally, those who hear about it are never heard from again. We'll share the recipe with you. First, you chop the nuts, then you pound the dough, then you bake it up nice and slow. And then you got your Toledo surprise!
Could you share that recipe to me one more time?
It's a very simple recipe, Mr. Feltzig. First, you chop the nuts, then you pound the dough, then you bake it up nice and slow. And then you got your Toledo surprise! Say, why don't we give him a taste?
All right. Hold it. Oh, what style, what grace, what rhythm. Open your fist. Now shake them. Now give me that recipe one more time. Da 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 da. Go.
Chop the nuts, pound the dough, bake it up nice and slow. Then you got a Toledo surprise.
Now sell it.
Hit the peach, peel the skin, mush it up, throw it in. That's a tasty Toledo surprise.
Now you're cooking.
First you beat it up, then you sweet it up,
when you heat it up. If it tries to rise, don't let it. It's a snap. Try it, folks. Whip your whites, split your yolks. Then you got a Splendido. Toledo surprise.
You boys are naturals. Honest? Yeah, keep it up. I'll go work up the contract.
Hey!
Oh, what's going on here?
Kitty, I'm developing an act.
Toledo surprise.
You mean you put gangsters in the show, but you won't put me in it? They're not even in a union.
You got it all wrong. The new act, it's for you, Kitty. And these boys are your backup dancers.
Backup dancers? Holy cats! What that Toledo does to my libido. Good? Yes, indeed, I'll sugary yum yum. Surprise! Flip the green, use the pear, bring the spoon, flip the plan, makes you bust a tuxedo. Toledo surprise!
Wait, I gotta let me make an announcement. Wedding is off!
What? For the love of God, why?
That is not the bride, you idiot! That's the chaperone!
What? The wedding is on! What?
Robert kissed a strange French girl. Her name is Mimi. She's very beautiful.
I couldn't help it, Janet. She was just like you. Only French.
Sweet mother of pearl! Yes, madam?
What is all this commotion about?
Wedding, madam.
Wedding? Oh, I love weddings.
I'm afraid it's been called off.
Yes! What a tragedy! What a wonderful, wonderful tragedy! Clear the floor, boys. Let me show you how it's done. First you beat it up, then you sweet it up. When you heat it up, if it tries to rise, don't let it.
Oh, Mr. Melting!
Toledo surprise.
Surprise!
Wait till it's ready.
Surprise! Wait till it's ready. Surprise!
Wait till it's ready.
Now it's looking ready.
Surprise! Makes me twitch, makes me shake. This dessert takes the cake. Hits me like a torpedo. Toledo surprise!
Toledo surprise, Toledo surprise, surprise!
Surprise! Chop the nuts, pound the dough, bake it up, nice and slow. Then you got a Toledo surprise. Then you got a Toledo, 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 then you got a Toledo. Surprise! Wait till it's ready, surprise! Wait till it's ready, surprise! That's a tasty Toledo surprise!
Why are we dancing? Our dreams are attacked.
Yes, yes, but this tune is so infectious.
Robert, this is the saddest day of my life.
Wedding bells, phones ring.
Drowsy Chaperone. Which, of course, we are not. You know, I hate intermissions. They just ruin the moment, you know? 1 second you're sitting in a magical world of music and glamour, and then bam! The next moment you're surrounded by tourists, crinkling candy wrappers, and nagging and lack of women's restrooms. It's horrid. It's cruel.
Oh, your power bar. I know it's rude, but I have to eat. It's a bit of a blood sugar issue. I have to eat small meals all day, or I get shaky. I know it's rude, but you wouldn't like the alternative. Believe you me. Believe you me.
Yes, I remember my wedding day. It wasn't until 4 in the afternoon, and I didn't eat breakfast. Are you surprised that I was married? Well, there you have it. You shouldn't go making assumptions about people. I am a very complicated person. I have to. I'll be quick, but while I'm gone, you could listen to the beginning of Act